So what are your favourite parts of travelling? So what are your favourite parts of travelling? Hi, I'm Eliza Lott, or Sean Spinks today.
I don't think you're good, Sean. You're watching 60 Minutes.
And welcome to We Like to Work. Here we talk all things gay, camp,
drug,
and fun. I have a raspy voice.
I don't.
Because you're a real woman. So, welcome back. Episode number... 6? I think it's 6.
The producer has just mentioned, yes.
What was that?
What was that?
6,
it was 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, 6, you got that as well. So episode 6, let's do our catch up. What's been happening with you, Dixie?
I'm still just, sleeping until 3 p.m. every day. Well, that's an early one, I suppose.
That is early.
Maybe 5 or 6, depending on the day.
Cooking my dinner.
Yeah. Yep, literally, housewife. Cleaned my house yesterday. I literally am not doing anything, so you might as well go to it.
Okay. I feel like I've had an exciting couple of weeks. In the last episode, we talked about me doing Riches and Britches. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win. I didn't win. Aww. I didn't win. But I fucking killed it. I killed it, and I had so much fun. I did my tap my number, and I really enjoyed that, and I thought it was fun.
Yes.
Yes, Polly, yeah. And then we went to the Quench party. Yeah. And then I had my first ever booking. Woo! Yes. I had a booking and it was so fun. It was a hen's party in Geelong and I just had the best time ever. And what else have we done? My mum came over. That was good.
And your brother.
And then my brother the next week, and I took them both to Doof, which was an experience in itself. And I think they really enjoyed it. Especially Troy.
Yeah, he was so drunk.
He was so drunk and had so much fun.
What a good moment she got there. She's like, can't we just go in? You're in drag.
Yeah. Mum got used to I was like, I'd be able to get in here for skip the lines and stuff in drag. And then she was like, sure, you can just go in because you're in drag. She loved it, bit of a power trip.
You do.
Yeah. And just working, still tired from working the early mornings, even though. But I'm so excited. Yeah, true, because I get to have a long weekend, and I've never had a long weekend whilst working. I've always had to work them.
Yeah, you always get them off, which is good.
Yeah, so I'm excited to not work this time, and I'm not in drag today because I was tired.
And not either.
And I just got a real woman. Got a real woman next to me.
Hey guys, Shazza here. Brian just bought me some new boobs. Kind of get along with that. It's really good. Got this new fox fur. Is it fox fur?
No, I think it's fox.
Yeah, so he's, just thought I'd cover up a little bit more because a bit of swelling on the sides. My armpits are swelling up like, oh gosh, nothing else. So, just thought we'd come here for the day. Talk a little bit about travelling. A couple of rainbows as well.
Love these seltzers, are they?
So,
we're super excited. So, like Shazza apparently just said, and Brian, our topic this week is travelling. Dun, dun, dun.
To the cosmetic doctor for these. That's where I was travelling recently. So.
We're right to say that, but I wasn't big on the pokies this weekend, so I thought, why not give the girl what she wants here? I'm falling shame in my right. I love you. Okay, yeah. Alright, so travelling. Let's get into it.
Alright.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
When did you first go travelling? When you were younger? What's your first memory?
Mumra.
Back in Georgetown.
I went to Low Head.
Yeah. That literally smells like shit though, doesn't it?
Low Head?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so.
I do.
Okay, well, he didn't grow up there. I went travelling the first time when I was really young. When I was 6 months old, because we used to go to Ulverston.
Sorry.
Because,
6 months.
but that was just to Ulverston, which is 2 hours away. It was to the caravan park. We were in tents. Yeah. So we used to go there every year.
I've never been caravanning or tenting or anything with my family.
Really?
Mum and Dad never did it.
Oh.
They hated me.
That's what I've heard anyway. No, but we used to do that every year, so it was like the first travelling. Then I reckon I would have been like just a little bit older when I would have gone to Queensland because we used to go there every year as well. Money.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so that was like my first experience. What was your first experience?
I was
colour.
Look at the colour difference. Anyway, the doctor got the wrong skin tone, but we'll get back to that later.
So when was your first experience travelling? Near, far, wide?
Wherever you are. We used to go to Scamander when we were really little.
Oh, nice.
With everyone. So we did that for a couple of years and then we kind of just didn't anymore. I don't really remember. There we go. I went to Melbourne. Mum said they hated me. But when I was younger, because the whole time like I was on the plane and this like larger man got on apparently, and I was like, I used to say when I didn't like the smell of something, I'd be like, what's smelling up my nose? And he got on, and I like pointed at him and like yelled it out and said, Mum, and then the whole time apparently I was just a shit. Like we went to the zoo for me, and I just cried the whole time, and I was just like, I want to be here, Mum and Dad. Fuck you.
I think I was a little shit when we would go places sometimes.
In Queensland.
Yeah.
Once or twice, but then we went up for heaps of my brother's soccer games. That was kind of. I didn't go to the soccer. Yeah. Or Marimbula in New South Wales. It's like on the coast.
I didn't know he was like that good at soccer. Friends in the family.
I'm
Sports.
super good at sports.
Yeah, I was like a good kid, but I think I like played out like not when they were around anyone else, just like when it was just us. Did you see that? Not really.
You would have been a brat.
I think because my brother was older, sometimes I just wanted more attention, and that's come through. I don't know why. When he got attention, I wanted the attention more.
What about
Still happens these days.
Because I used to get like, this is skipping forwards a bit, so we can go back. But I always like when I first started coming out, I was like, I think there's a thing is like gay traveling, because you want to go to like people go up and like they want to like go to other clubs and stuff like that. But there's not that many to like. There is lots to go to, but in the difference of like if you were straight and you wanted to go to a straight club, there's like a million.
Yeah, you can pretty much go whenever.
So my first trip I came up with like I would have been like 19. It was my first time at Doof, and I went up with all my girlfriends and like the whole weekend I was like, oh my god, I want to go to a gay club I've never been.
Oh yeah.
And then none of them would go with me, so I went by myself.
Yeah, that's very brave. I don't know how you did that.
I was smashed. Like I was.
Oh yeah.
Ended up like leaving really early because I was vomiting in the alleyway and I couldn't stand up. I didn't know where I was, so.
And you were by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There definitely is gay travel. Like.
Do you know what I mean? Like, or even when we went to Brisbane, like the things. If you said what I wanted to do anyway, I was like, I really want to go to Fluffy.
Yeah.
And I really want to like maybe do a drag brunch and stuff, which we didn't end up doing. Or just seeing drag shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. And it was so much better that we all went being homosexuals because we all wanted to do the same thing. Apart from the Disney gay who made us spend $100 to go to Movie World. Apart from that, like it was pretty gay. Nah, I think Movie World is very gay. I was there and I was like, I want to see the parade. That was all I wanted to see.
Oh my god, me and Nathan were literally like, we're gonna go in there. No, just wait and watch. We were like,
yeah. Yeah. I love a parade. Who doesn't love a parade?
Boring.
It was cute.
But I hate that kind of stuff, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna go on a ride.
Okay.
I don't care what you do. Okay.
You still waited for me though.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
We went to the log ride
No,
thing.
you didn't.
We literally did.
We did it twice for you.
Oh yeah. Why did I wait there then?
Because you wanted to see the parade.
Oh no, I wanted to see Tweety Bird. Someone was working that day.
She couldn't talk to you. Just...
See, I love a parade.
We did see the parade in the end, actually.
I didn't watch it at all.
I paid attention to Green Lantern.
Oh.
And Robin.
Yeah, which one was Cora's boyfriend?
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, yeah.
I was going to say we'd have to tackle her.
Which one was it? Yeah. I remember like looking at him and I was like, why does he look familiar?
Anyway.
Favourite parts of travelling? Mine are definitely I just like to see new places and just doing different things, obviously, because that's why you travel. But also seeing the same things that are different. So
Do you mean like sleeping in and then going to see other things that are different?
yeah. So I want to relax. When I go on holiday, I want to relax.
I was like, oh, so when you want to see new things, you want to sleep in? Is that what?
So I want to relax, and if I was overseas, let's say somewhere really cool, I would definitely be like, I'm getting up early and we're going to this. But when we're in, say, Queensland or Brisbane, I want to sleep in still because it's my holiday, and there's nothing that much to do. Anyway, that's just what I want to do. That's not point at anyone in particular. Nah, I love it. I like doing those kind of things, and also seeing the same things. Obviously I've traveled overseas, so seeing what we have here in comparison to there, the same things but different. I used to always really like going to the McDonald's, in different
Oh my
places.
god, yeah.
Really
we did the
cool.
same thing in Japan, and they had a few different things that was so weird.
Yeah, because in France and Italy and Spain, when we went to them, they all it would have different things. And then obviously coming back to America as well.
They had the apple pies, the hot apple pies. They had egg and bacon ones.
Oh, what the fuck?
And they had rice if you wanted that, and stuff. It was so weird.
Hong Kong had corn.
Yeah, there's so many different things. It's there's always the things coming up saying the vegan chicken at KFC, but it's only in the UK or something.
Yeah, I wish we had that here. I would love to just finish a night at the club, go to KFC.
But I don't think they're
chicken.
when they say, because it's the same as we're getting way off topic, but it's when they say Hungry Jack's they're the vegan patties, they're still cooked on the same stove.
Yeah.
So it's they're probably still they're still fried in the same thing that the chicken's being fried in.
I guess that's kind of where your veganism comes in. It's when people still have honey. Because, some people still do. I don't, because I don't really like honey that much. The only time I used to
I
have
used to
honey,
love it on toast.
crush it up with Panadol and have it, and it gets rid of sore throat in a second. My nan taught me.
Okay.
And he used to always do it. I don't know why. It sort of seemed like a bit of torture. I remember having it and I was like, oh, this is so gross. And then I would have it and it was really good.
Mm. Anyway, back to travelling.
Travelling, yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think, your favourite parts of travelling are?
Well, I haven't really been overseas that much, but it's just a getaway, and it's just so exciting to not be doing anything.
Just not being here.
And you don't have to do anything. If you're I'm gonna do this today, or
I'm gonna
there's no
sleep
clock
in.
or anything. The thing that I'm interested about traveling overseas whenever we can, I love the idea of going places that have a completely different culture. See, I loved going to Japan and no one being able to understand me. I found it fun. I don't stress about it. They've got a completely different culture. And we'd be oh, we need to find this place. And I'm very I don't care. Wherever, we'll get there eventually. Whereas my dad is very what are we doing? Have we got it all? He'll print out the plane tickets and stuff. Has the whole everything.
Mum always has a thing.
Yeah,
full of
I
everything.
used to for so long because my dad would be no, just take this, and I was okay, and it'd be literally to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And I'd have all the pages printed out, and I was yep, and they're I just need to tell us your name and show your ID, and I was oh, okay, and I was well, maybe I need this just in case.
I
That's
suppose
just how
you used
Mum
to
and Dad
have to
were.
have more stuff.
We probably did.
But I don't really know what else you could probably. Maybe you just need to print off stuff so that you have your ticket. But yeah, Mum used to always do that and always have lots of things. When I went overseas, she printed off everything for me, and I was got there and
Yeah.
didn't look
I think overseas. Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe overseas if you having your connecting flights and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know when
that's
you're younger, but even now I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't have it.
You wouldn't
because
have a
it all on
folder or
your
anything.
phone.
You're
No, because you
Yeah,
have it on
totally.
your phone.
True.
Got this gadget.
How does that? Oh my god! Actually, we make fun of our parents all the time. We'll be
What is Hayden now?
so if I take this photo, how do I save that and look at it later?
Yeah, I'll show you. No, I want to know how to do
Don't
it.
do it
just
for me. Show me.
Every single
Every time.
I
And it's
feel
always the glasses down a little bit, no.
I just.
Second chin. Yeah, fake boobs. Yeah, there you go. I usually just sit mine here and I just kind of talk to Siri. I'm what do you need, babe? You know?
Hey Siri, how are you? So,
Sorry, anyway.
oh, no, you keep going, darling.
Sorry, I was just admiring the gals.
Yeah, I love them. I need some.
No.
I'm not allowed to have them.
You've worn these before.
I was allowed to once.
We did some foreplay, Brian.
Yes,
Remember? I'll
we
let
did,
you
I
wear
did.
them wear them tonight, if you know what I mean. Anyway.
So that's the best part of travelling. What's the worst part?
I've never had my luggage lost or anything, apart from the normal boring, like, annoying waits of having to be in an airport and just stuff like that. We went to Sydney once and my brother's suitcase got lost, and he was only little, so we had to like go and buy like, you know, I don't know, like literally everything.
Yeah.
Undies, socks, all that kind of stuff. And I think they got it back, but obviously we just got to Sydney, so
Yeah. It's just for when they're like younger and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah. I lost mine, but it was like we went to like from Launceston to Echuca, which is like a little
That's
airport.
here in Victoria.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Echuca or Mildura.
My friend Chelsea's from there. Hey
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Hey Chelsea. But then we were like getting a houseboat, and they like boarded to the houseboat. It was actually pretty cool.
I've always like the idea of a houseboat would be so much fun.
Oh, I want to do one so bad.
Like a party houseboat.
Yeah. We did one, it was really, really nice. It actually wasn't that expensive either. We did it for 5 days over Christmas, or maybe a week. And we all had like, there was like 6 bedrooms on there. Really nice. Spa upstairs, everyone had an ensuite.
Yeah.
Gorge. My worst thing about travelling.
I hate now these days. I'm like, sorry, as soon as you start, I just hate like gross people. So like I always take
I know,
sanitizer
yeah.
and I'm like, ugh. And even like in
Yeah.
a plane, because like I don't know, like they say they've got filters and all that kind of stuff, but like you're still in a bubble together for however long, so it's kind of gross.
I think COVID travel is stupid. Like I understand there's not really much you can do about it, but like there's so much social distance.
Wait, what?
COVID travel, like how we went to Brisbane, like there's so much social distancing, and then you get on the plane and you're like this with someone like you've never known. Remember that girl? Oh no, it was Nathan
I suppose if like, because it has been so infectious, like if one person's got it on the plane, then it's not just the person next to you that is kind of exposed.
Yeah, I thought you would just have more space. Like I was surprised, and I was like, oh, you know, there might just be like at least a seat or something. But then you are literally right next to them, and then you get off the plane, they're like, no, you need to wait. You need to be like 1.5 meters. I'm like, but it's, you know, like it's good. I understand it, but it just like took me by surprise.
We're slowly getting there. The vaccines are getting out there.
Yes. Although Brisbane have just gone back into their lockdown, which sucks. Hang in there. We did it for, they've only got like 3 days.
Yeah.
But we did it for like freaking 7 years. I think we're still in it. I don't know. No, but with traveling, I always get ulcers when I travel.
Stress.
Like every time. Yeah, but I'm not as stressed. Like I don't get stressed. I've traveled.
It's like
so
when
much.
I actually, because we're talking about the bad too, I get sick every single time before I go away. Apart from Brisbane and the like time before. Every single time I've got a cold or something.
Were you
every
sick
single
just
time.
before Brisbane? Yes, you
I
were.
think I was.
Yeah.
Like every single time without fail.
Yeah. That's weird. It's
It
so
is,
weird.
and
how
I
things
don't
happen
like.
that.
I'm like, oh, cool, like a holiday. Like I'm not like, oh my god, I have to get to the airport on time. Like I'm so chill.
Yeah. Nathan and I missed our flight last time.
Oh, I remember you saying.
I hate missing flights. Once I went to visit Chelsea and I missed 3.
Was that wasn't that long ago? Like I knew you
Was it a
then.
year ago?
Yeah. Because I remember you saying or something.
Oh, so frustrating. Anyway, yeah.
Oh my god, Adelaide Chelsea.
Adelaide Chelsea. Yeah. Our geek queen, we love you.
Moana, as I call her.
Moana, she's literally freaking gorgeous. We'll have to get her on.
What's her last name again?
Whitbread.
Yeah. Everyone seriously look her up. She's literally so hot.
One of like the hottest
So
people
hot.
that we've ever met. Literally photo here, photo here. I'll chuck one of the nudes in here. Oh, that's gonna be for the Patreon. Or OnlyFans. But also, I don't really not sure if like it's the worst, but like packing for a trip, I don't really think it's that bad.
How's my necklace by the way? Is it still coming?
Yeah, that's good.
As I said, I am a woman, not a man in a wig with fake boobs on.
Packing?
I hate packing. Hate it. And I always find that after every single because I always get my clothes out and I'll be like, you're going through all the t-shirts or something and you're like, oh, like I might wear that, and you might not have worn it for a year.
I do that too, and I'm like, I never wear this, but I might take it. Yeah, I feel like you can take risks on holidays because you don't know anyone. I definitely think
if they fit or not.
Yeah.
It's only been this year, or like since COVID, that things I bought and I don't fit them anymore. Like it's never happened to me, so it was so weird, and like nothing wrong with putting weight on or anything like that or losing it, but I was just like, oh.
Fluctuating is not fun.
Remember in lockdown? Like, it got to the point where I could only wear like 2 things of mine, and you were like, I can't wear any of mine either, and I was like...
And I had like really big things, remember that like thing, like, can I borrow that? Because I don't, like, I want to wear it.
Yeah.
It's like that.
That's
I mean, COVID was shit, so that's
a journey.
That's a whole thing on weight. We're going to talk about that. This is COVID. So it's done.
She's COVID. This
I'm
is COVID.
I'm in Melbourne.
Patient zero.
Imagine if we knew patient zero. Patient zero?
Well, I don't think we do. Do you know anyone
Did they
from
die?
Wuhan, China?
Did patient zero actually die
I
from it?
don't know. I don't know if they ever pinpointed patient zero.
I think I know
Okay. From the stage, patient zero.
I've seen her do a show.
I've seen her about.
Yeah.
I know that girl.
Oh my gosh, so within that, that's a good and the bad, like where the time for a little flex, where have you travelled?
I went to Japan when I was in like high school. Yes. For 2 weeks, which it was like really good, but I was only 16, so I feel like at the time you're so excited, but I was like, I don't really remember it now. Like, I do remember it, but you don't appreciate it when you're younger.
Nah.
And also a school trip, so many rules and like so much like.
It's
Actually, because we like a couple of the, I don't know, like there was just fighting on the trip, and anyone who went on it, there was only probably like 9 of us or something, and
well, it was the high school, so
yeah,
of course.
And we were on a train once, and this drunk guy got on, and I was sitting with I think it was me, myself, Maggie, Matt, and Emily, and not that you know who they all are, but anyway, and this drunk guy was talking to Maggie and Emily, and Maggie was like the kind of best speaking and understanding. Like none of us were fluent or anything, but she knew the most.
Yeah.
And he ended up giving her 10,000 yen,
Oh.
like money, like just because. And then he got off, and like so we looked it up, and it was about $250 that he'd just given us. And at 16, we were like, oh my god! And like we didn't think anything of it. Like we were just like, oh, okay, cool. And then one of the girls accidentally told the teacher, like she was just like, yeah, how crazy about, like wasn't dobbing in or anything.
Yeah.
And they flipped it. Like they full on went off at us, and they're like, how dare you not tell us this, blah, 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 blah. They got in contact with the principal back in Tasmania. We, the next day, we got up, we had a meeting with them, and they were like, you all need to write an email, like they were furious that we didn't tell them that this guy had given us money. It wasn't even us, like, they gave it to Maggie. And like, it wasn't a like, oh, hush, hush. Like, we were just like, oh, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And they just flipped it, and we
What
had
did
to
they want you to do though with it?
tell them straight away. I don't know.
That's so weird because I wouldn't have changed anything.
No, exactly. And it ended up like working well. We gave it to Matt because he lost his train pass,
Oh, okay.
and they're very expensive over there. I think it cost us like $500 for a week of like
Oh.
traveling all through. They're just really expensive.
Yeah.
Because it was unlimited for the whole country, like you could go anywhere.
Oh,
with
wow.
like buses, trains, anything, and
For the whole country.
yeah, Japan, the whole of Japan.
Hmm.
And yeah, we had to send an email back to I suppose this is a part of the bad as well.
Yeah.
Send an email to our principal, and I can't fully remember. But we had to say if we wanted our parents to know or not, and like so we wrote this thing. The Wi-Fi was really shit where we were. The morning that we had to send it by, I had woken up Darcy and Matt because we all shared, like we were at a traditional Japanese hotel at the time. And so we were sleeping on like futons, like on the like bamboo floor and stuff like that. And like we all fell asleep, everyone slept through their alarm, and I woke up and I was like, guys, we need to get ready. And they both had a shower. Oh, I used to take forever to get ready. And so they both had a shower. And then like I got out and I like was literally about to like, we might have been like 5 minutes late or something. And classic, nothing's changed in the last like 8 years.
Ask anyone.
And I was like, oh, just quickly wait for me, I've got to put my shoes on. And Matt being Matt, because he was such a teacher's pet, and he can attest to that, he literally like was like, oh no, I'm going to go down. So like it made it look like I was the last person to leave, but I'd woken them up and like everything.
Oh my god.
And I got down there and they blasted me. They're like, if we missed the train to Kagawa where we were going to, like, we were sponsored by like a bank.
Yeah.
So this is turning into a long story. To like go there for the week and stay with like a host family.
Yeah.
And yeah, they like blasted me. They're like, if we miss this, you have to explain to the board of like the bank like why you did this and blah blah blah. And, like, and I was like, oh my god, like, and I was just so scared. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck. So yeah, all of that over $250.
Yeah.
Which we gave to Matt in the end because he lost his train pass.
Did they ask for him, like, oh, you need to give it to us, or like anything like that?
No, they were just mad that we didn't tell them that we got it.
Weird.
And he wasn't aggressive, the guy was just drunk, and we were like, no, and he was like, no, to kind of put it there and got off the train.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? Just leave the money there? Honey,
Yes. Well, that's
do that right
my
now,
story.
right?
You have these titties then, but
this is
we're going to have to
250.
talk to you soon, I guess, girls.
And we're going to have a break, and we'll be back in 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
Where am I?
Brian.
Oh.
Bloody Brian.
The old cameraman didn't say we were coming back.
Anyway, let's
Let's get back in.
traveling, I guess.
Traveling. The only place I want to travel is, you know what I mean, fellas?
Uncharted territory.
Me, I'm like fellas. You know what I mean? Go on, do it.
Really, you're a loon.
I'm a loon.
Love a good old drag queen, don't you?
I do love drag queen. I do get pretty obsessed with like drag queen drag. Actually, that's like every gay though, so.
There's actually been, like, I know we're just talking about travelling, but do you ever, like, sometimes I'll, like, have a crush on the drag queen?
Yeah, I think I've definitely had a crush
Not,
on
like, sexually or anything, but, like, you'll meet someone and, like, you're like, oh my god, I love them so much. And then sometimes I'll be like, maybe I don't like them out of drag, it's just, like, I'm like, oh my god, I love whoever.
Someone actually said that the other day, that they're like, oh, this person is more in love with the drag queen than they are than them. And I was like, interesting. I think it's hard for a relationship, but maybe just like a one-off thing. I don't really do one-off things, you know, so I just...
Fair.
More of a commitment type of gal.
Lol.
Anyway. Oh, where I've travelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, finish. You got the money story. You may go now.
Yeah, the money. Ow. Did you see that?
No.
There's a little bubble. I've travelled quite a bit. I'm very lucky.
I guess silver spoon.
Definitely not. Anyway, I travelled to Fiji. And that was my first overseas.
I forgot I said I went there too. Continue.
Have you been to Fiji? Fiji? That's so fucking good. I want to go back.
It's
So expensive though.
So I didn't really get to see it that much.
I want to do like one of those cruises. South Pacific. I hate you.
Every time he says something, I'm like, yeah.
My first overseas trip was when I was 16, I think, and I went to America. And I got to do, that was when I went with my parents and we did lots of stuff, like I danced at Disneyland and then we did like LA, I did New York, we went on a cruise around the Bahamas, Miami, Las Vegas, like that was a big trip. And then after that we went to Fiji for like a week or so on a different trip. And then when I got to work overseas, totally like that. I got to stop. I got to be in Miami for a couple of weeks for rehearsals and then go over to Barcelona where I started, and then for 6 months I did
I'm sorry,
6
that
days
just
around
reminded me of
Madrid.
that Love Victor,
Yeah.
where the girlfriend came over and she's like, we have been to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And the mother's like, don't, because they're from they're South American.
I've been to Barcelona. Did you know she's like, did she know she had holidays in Barcelona?
And she was like,
Yeah. I remember I got to go to like 3 different countries a month, 3 different countries a week, which is super exciting. And then from there, I went to Bali for New Year's like 2 years ago, and that was freaking so good. That was with like Mitch and Bridget, and Zara and Amber. and someone who's dead to me now. And yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, we've done Brisbane
Have you done
and
New Zealand?
Queensland. No, I haven't done New Zealand. I really want to.
Hey. What?
New Zealand Queen, someone book us. We'll be over there. We'll bring the podcast. We'll bring our manager.
Nobody wants any of that.
You don't. Do it. But yeah, no, New Zealand. What about, what places do you want to go to? Like, what's on your bucket list?
To be honest, my first one, if I could go anywhere again, I would go, well, not even again, I would go straight back to Japan.
Oh, okay.
I want to go, like, all over. Because I didn't get to.
Yeah, and as an adult as well, not being like...
I've thought about going there by myself, but I think I'd get bored. Like, I know that I could do it, but I'd be like, oh, what am I going to do today?
Yeah. But you can also talk to people very easily. Fuck off. Not me. It's called a compliment. You're so weird.
I know. But probably America. Europe doesn't interest me at all. Any part of it, really. I'll go there one day, but it's not my first choice.
Okay.
I just find... Well, it depends on what parts, but like...
What about Greece? You don't want to go to Greece?
I don't really care.
You want to go to Italy?
You can go to nice beaches that don't cost $4,000 to get there and back.
That's how you throw a party in Mykonos, bitch. Do you not want to do that? That's like the gay dream. For me, anyway.
No, like I do want to go there, but I've always said I don't want to go there first.
Yeah, true.
Like, I do want to go there one day, but I'm just like,
Oh, you're nearly 30.
Ooh. No, that's you, not me.
We were sitting on the couch the
I'm
other
still
day.
24.
I'm a bear. For how long?
Until October. And how old are you?
23.
No.
Wow.
Come on.
I'm 25. I don't think that's old though, but then
I don't think anything's old. I think you're as old as you feel.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably going to be 60 and I'm still going to be like, who's going to do it this weekend?
As long as you can be mature about it. In this. But
yeah,
for real.
this will be it.
This is you at Dorf at 60.
I'll be that drag queen that people are like, oh, fuck. Like, you see me walking over and they're like, oh, here you go. Oh my god, Dixie.
Oh,
And I'm like,
Dixie.
hey guys.
This is Dorf royalty. She's been here for the last 30 years. Unfortunately, can't get rid of her. Greg will still be there too.
Me and Greg.
Yeah, you and Greg.
That's very quiet.
Oh shit, he's gonna kill us. When he comes on the podcast, we'll tell him he'll be there till he's 60. You like sort of said that story about I went to Hong Kong as well. That was really cool. I did like that. I would like to go back there.
I want to go to Singapore for a while.
Oh, I also went to Bangkok. Yeah, I would really like to go back there again. I was only there for like a couple of days, 6 days maybe. Maybe a week. I really want to go there, but I definitely want to go back to Bali because that's just so much fun and it's just so my vibe. Beach clubs,
Instagram
drinking,
pictures,
Instagram
very
pictures.
Very see that for you.
Villas.
Like, you do the whole like on the edge of the pool showing your ass like.
Yeah. Actually,
I love my life.
that picture that Nathan put in last week.
I actually put some up because you will fucking see them.
The Bali
in
one
being
when I
a
was
spot.
at. Yeah. That was when I had a nice body. Rip. Now I just got
And the credits roll.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about my bad body. Why'd you have to bring that up?
I did it!
Why do I have to bring my weight right now? I think some of my favourite memories from holidays would be with Mitch and Bridget and Zara and Amber when we went to Bali
I was
because
about to mention the Mitch and Bridget thing, like, just so that everyone knew when Bridget was saying that Mitch will be like, oh, like, what are you having for dinner? And she's like, so because I have to eat, calling me fat.
Yeah.
Like, everything they say.
every time it says something.
So I think that's going to stick with me for a while. Thanks, Bridget.
Yes. No, we had some really good times, especially because we were there over New Year's, and we actually have this like really funny memory of like we all lost each other. Well, Bridget went somewhere with someone else. Amber and Zara went with us, and the other person that she was with just left her. Because you had no phones or anything, so the girl just left her to go like hook up with a guy.
Oh.
An OT. And then there's actually this video because we didn't even know that she was like missing because they hadn't come back.
So good. I just keep looking at myself in the mirror. Okay, sorry.
I love telling stories.
Sorry.
And then he was so annoying. And then there's like an actual video of like the moment they found each other. It was really funny. Bridget cried, peed in the middle of the street.
Classic.
When she thought she was like not around anyone, but we were like right outside the entrance at the end of like a festival at Finn's.
Oh no.
And it was so funny. Bridget.
Shout out.
And we also cried in the pool. She's like got in the pool. I was like, I want to go swimming. And she was like, alright, cool. I'm gonna ask the friend that she was with if she could like go swimming in her dress. And she's walked in there in a dress. We were just swimming and crying. I didn't even know what we were crying about, but we were crying. And but apart from that, we had so much fun. Actually, the crying was pretty fun too. But yeah, except I got mugged. Actually, in Bali, I forgot about that. On the way back from a club.
Yes.
Me and my friend were walking back from a club, and he was walking me home, and we're just out of nowhere. You know how they all have like on the streets they have like all the markets, and it's just like.
I haven't been to Bali, so no.
Well, they have it in like a lot of Asian countries, like, and it's just like they'll have like a shed door, and it'll just roll up, and then it's the shop. They had heaps of those, and then there was like 2 guys like sitting there, and then there was an alleyway, and then as we walked past, like 10 guys were in the alleyway, and then just started like walking towards us and kind of like yelling at us and like taunting us and just like yelling random shit, and then they kept coming closer and closer, and then they tried to like rip my stuff off me, and I ran, and then the person I was with like got in like a fight with them, and then we kept running, and it was a lot.
That's scary.
Someone chased us for like a good while, like almost like guy was on a motorbike. Yeah, it was a lot.
Oh
it was,
my god.
It was quite,
that happened to Mum. She told me a story in she went on a Kentucky when she was younger in Europe.
Oh my god, yes.
And she was like they all went out for the night, maybe Amsterdam, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was somewhere. And she said that the tour guide, like they were walking back to the hotel or something, and the tour guide like grabbed Mum's hand and was like, how fast can you take your high heels off? And Mum was like, oh, like, I don't know, like, I'll take them off when I get home. And he's like, there's a gang behind us and they're going to try and take us, so, like, you need to. So they took them off, and he just grabbed Mum's hand and ran. Because they were just, like, and then, like, as Mum turned around, there were heaps of them. Like, they were going to.
These people came out of nowhere. Like, we were walking and we just saw them, like, in the darkness and knew that they were going to, like, come around. But yeah, a guy on a motorbike, and he literally, like, he was relentless, and a guy was, like, fully just, like, kept going after us.
Oh my god.
I had no money on me anyway, so I was like, do you know what they could have taken? But I had my passport and stuff, so that was, like, the scary part. But then, the friend that I was with, he was like, alright, I'm going to go back to my hotel. And walked back that same way.
That's scary.
That's
I would never. I'd be like, I'm staying.
And have I heard from that friend?
No.
I haven't. No, that's bad. Should check. No, it's fine.
Just having a conversation.
But yeah, no, I think that part, and there's always going to be scary stuff no matter where you are. Because even in Barcelona, there's like lots of pickpocketers.
Nothing ever, like, I don't know. When I wanted to move to Melbourne, like all my like grandparents and dad and everything back home, like, yeah, there's a lot of people up there, like, or like when there was that like really that terrible stabbing and stuff like that in the city ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that long ago, just pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Or the car incident when someone like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And anyway, and like they were like, oh, like how does that make you feel? And I was like, it was sad and everything. It didn't bother me, not in that way. It just like they're like, oh, well, how do you feel though? Like, do you feel unsafe? And I was like, no, like you can't live your life being like that.
It's gonna happen everywhere. Yeah.
Or when like
that
mum and dad. Oh, I think it was mainly dad. He was just kind of like, oh, well, like there's a lot more people out there. Like this can happen. This has happened. I was like, Dad, that same thing can happen here. Someone could just, if they wanted to, they could stab me back in Tasmania. They could stab me here. Can't live your life. Can't live your life in fear. You know?
No, I get you.
Even up here, if our parents are like, oh, be safe, and you're like, oh yeah, why? And they're like, oh, just if you're out in drag and stuff, and like, It's like, oh no, like we have our people or we'll get a car or whatever. We never go by ourselves.
Yeah,
especially recently. It's feeling very unsafe recently.
Yeah.
I never leave like Doof until my Uber is out the front and I'll ask someone to take me out. Because I'm just like, there's been a few incidents lately where it's just bad.
Yeah, it's getting scary, and I do think due to COVID, especially places that we frequently go, everyone just wants to go out. And so when there's not as many places, people, like when things were first opening up, some of the queer spaces became very straight. And I didn't enjoy that. No. And I'm nothing against going to a straight club. If I want to go to a straight club, I'll go to a straight club. But
I just realised I didn't contour my nose. I was like, something just looked weird when I'm looking at myself.
Oh, gorgeous.
Right now I have a fucking big nose. Enjoy, everyone. Go.
But no, even like one of our friends, you said, put up a thing about being assaulted on Chapel Street the other day, and that's literally there, like 20 seconds away, which is so scary. And it is so scary because we go out, you know, looking like this. Well, looking like this. And looking like this.
What's wrong with looking like this?
Yeah. There's lots, but we don't have time for this episode. But, you know, yeah, like I said, we are very safe and we're always with our people. You know, I don't think I've ever walked in drag with less than... Well, I feel like we always go to in drag together.
And it's like... I've always said, like, I never want anything to happen to, like, me or my friends or anything. But if anything ever did... I know that everyone would, you know, like, would all just go off.
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. If one of us were in drag and someone, like, pushed one of us over, like, I don't think we'd all be able to control ourselves.
Oh my god.
So it was like, don't fucking touch you, so, you know.
Yeah. And that's what I think, and it's just really, it's, like, I don't think about it too much, but it is kind of scary how, like, easily it happens. Especially where we live, because
I never think about it, and especially in this day and age, I feel like people should just have it in the back of their mind, because... it's always it'll never happen to me. Yeah. And then it does, and you're like, oh. It happens. And then if everyone had that mentality, it's like, oh.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I talk. Oh my god. Sorry. When I talked about that time that person threw rocks.
Yeah.
Like through that like grate and stuff, I was like.
It was me.
I didn't get a good look, but I thought. Someone actually was kind of homophobic to me at work today, but I don't think they knew I was gay, which is weird. Because they ordered an iced latte. They're like, oh, no, I want something cold. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to get an iced latte, but don't tell anyone. Do you know? And I was like...
Oh, is that all they said?
Yeah. Oh. But because he was like, oh, don't tell anyone I'm ordering this, though. Because he was like embarrassed to order an iced latte, because it's like a girly drink, I guess.
Oh, I didn't think coffee could be
no, I
did not.
I feel like it's an iced coffee. An iced coffee. I feel like the gays have taken iced coffee. Nathan Storen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 18 shots.
But I didn't.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Hey, that's me for the day.
I can't do any more than one shot of coffee now.
My favourite Snapchat ever is he'll be at work and he's like, just finished my iced coffee. I think I'm drunk. Like, I feel more on this iced coffee than I do when I'm drinking.
It's weird that you can drink so much coffee and still feel it. Because I don't really feel it that much. Like, it gives me like a little...
I can't do coffee.
I can't do it. But yeah, I do love me a coffee. Every day.
Oh, actually, because we are talking about travelling.
Yeah.
How's the coffee overseas? Because everyone says Australia's coffee's so good. Like, everyone in America's like... It's disgusting.
It's such an art.
Well, everyone from here says it's disgusting everywhere else.
Well, I feel like because, and probably Nathan can attest to this too, because he's in America, like you either have like filtered coffee where it's just like, it's just coffee, it's just like black coffee, you know, and you just have it, and they put like cream and like shit in there, I don't know, it's different, or you get like a Starbucks which is like an actual coffee, whereas here, you don't really see that many people just having like the coffee on their little thingamabobby. Do you know what I mean? Like the American stuff, like all in the movies, you know, kind of like, oh, do you want a coffee?
What would you say? Is it?
I guess in the States, well, in the States, they're very much like, is it the Starbucks or like the saying is America runs on like Dunkin' Donuts. It's like people would rock up to work late but holding, like, that's the joke, is them rocking up to work holding their Starbucks or the Dunkin'
That's
Donuts
just
cup.
not America, honey.
The
That's me
line
too.
was huge because it's all drive-in coffee places as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
Do we have Dunkin' Donuts here?
we have like
What donut thing do we have?
Donut King, I
I
think.
was like Wendy's.
Donut King.
Is Wendy's just Australian?
No.
Like, not that Wendy's,
Okay.
like Tasmanian. Or do they have Wendy's everywhere?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like,
Wendy's
I know,
Shaker
I know.
Burger.
It was like, yeah.
Remember the Super Shakers?
Yeah. They were like $9 or something. Stupid.
Anyway, back to Nathan.
What?
I think you finished.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, I just missed
no, because America's just very like, I think is just very like Starbucks and Dunkin' based. Like I had a few like cafe barista coffees there, but
Yeah.
that was before that's when I was.
Was it bad coffee though? Like in comparison, because people have said that Australia has really good coffee.
I think Melbourne coffee is like great.
Yeah.
Like even the one on Chapel Street tastes much better than any Starbucks thing I'll ever get. It's just Starbucks will put 4 or 5 shots in my coffee.
It's all
That's
about
how
the
they get
beans that you get as well.
Yeah.
And the blends, like what kind of blend. you're
Arabica
using.
and what's the other one?
You can get lots of different ones.
That is what it's. There's 2 like types of beans though.
Sure,
That'll
there
be
is.
in the
Nah,
coffee.
there
That'll be in the
is.
coffee episode. Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
coffee episode. We're gonna have to swap places because I don't drink it.
But yeah. Sorry about that, ladies.
We're actually filming right now, so if you want to just.
Sorry that you haven't got any messages the whole time that we've been on.
That's because I put it on silent.
It's from my cousin.
Well,
Well, and on that
next
note,
question.
we're going to have a fight once we just cut this off, and then we're going to be back after the fight. So let's see how we go, yeah?
So,
I've had this
moral of
right
the
now.
story: travel when you can. Don't touch me. 2, I'm beautiful. 3, unfollow that. Bye bye.
Unfollow me.
Of
Of course no. Highlighter.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I put a
Yeah.
highlighter.
Highlighter? No. Yeah.
I thought you meant contour for a second. I was like, no, I just looked this
Different word,
good.
babe. Thanks.
Did you? Shut up!
You tap, and then you'd be like, oh,
Yeah, but
what's
you're
this?
like, boom, 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 and you're like, oh no, it's her time, so shut the fuck up. You're so annoying like that.
But I put it down when he asked me to.
We're both still fucking doing it. Stop being annoying.
I'm not
getting
being
annoyed.
annoying.
Yes, you are.
I just said put it down.
Oh my god, we're back.
That's okay.
Yes. Alright, how exciting. We've got a new segment. Yeah, so our new segment is called We Like to Answer Your Questions.
I'll ask your questions.
Yes. Every week we'll be putting something out on our Instagram story, so keep an eye out for that. We will ask you guys to ask us questions of what you want to know about us.
And we'll do our best.
And we'll do our best to answer them. Alright, starting off with question number 1.
For me, it's always a lip piercing or an eyebrow piercing. That's very yeah, I just can't do that. That's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, I feel like mine is more like them not showing enough interest. I feel like at the first part of a relationship you need to show a lot of interest or it's not going to work, because obviously you get into relationships and everything kind of like dies down a bit. But at the start, if you're not like fully going for it, then I don't think that it's ever going to happen. I would only show
if you're not constantly being talking to as well.
Yeah.
That didn't come out right.
I would only show heaps of interest if I was really into it, which I would do. I would actually reply.
Because I've had friends in the past who are like, I've been talking to this guy for ages. I'm like, oh yeah, and they're like, yeah, I don't see them very often though. And like,
Yeah.
I'm like, is it like my first question all the time is, do you text the same both ways? Like, you might be like, morning, how are you?
It's got to
And then the next day it's kind of like, hey, how was your dinner? Or something like, just random questions.
Which we
like,
all know I fucking hate small talk and shit like that anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? What's up? Yeah, not much. I'm cool. I'm going to bed.
what are you into?
What are you into?
Or when
Top or bottom?
when Sean messages me, hey, and I'm like,
What do you want?
what do you want? You're like, just checking in.
Yeah.
Okay, love you. He's like, love you too. I'm like,
Yeah, I do that. I am nice sometimes and I do check in on people. That's all.
I was just like, oh yeah, Eliza and I just sit next to each other on the couch, and then Sean goes, hi. I'm like, okay.
Yes, that's our deal breakers.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Oh my god. Territory 5. I'll be like liking myself because that's such a hot age. 35, 36. I hopefully see myself with a bit more of a stable life and income and all of that kind of stuff. Not being
into that.
Not being the idiot that I am and spending all my money on stupid stuff. Hopefully still doing something with drag, that would be really cool. I just really hopefully that I'm always doing something that is around performing. Yeah, and definitely probably still see myself in Melbourne. I would like to see myself somewhere else, but honestly, if I want to be a bit more stable, I think it's hard to move and like uproot everything and then start again. But who knows? Maybe I'll be overseas with some Italian sugar daddy. He's paying for everything.
Or Brisbane.
Or Brisbane.
Or Brisbane, yeah.
With you know who.
I don't know where I see myself actually in 10 years. Because it's all just kind of been uprooted. Because I was like, oh my god, I want to go to uni, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I don't anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in limbo at the moment, just kind of looking for full-time work. And
yeah.
Then I'll see. Obviously, like, maybe doing drag in 10 years' time, I don't know. I just
Would
literally
you
don't have
want
an
to?
answer.
Would you want to be doing drag in 10 years?
The idea of it's fun.
Yeah.
But practical, I don't know.
Whether
Not as a
it's
full-time
feasible.
thing, just kind of a part-time.
Do you see yourself... Yeah, because you never see yourself doing drag full time.
No.
You've always said that. What if the chance arose to do that?
Well, that would probably change, but there isn't a chance, really.
Yeah. Do you see yourself in a relationship in 10 years?
No. I hate relationships.
I see
never want to
myself
be.
definitely in a relationship in 10 years.
Mm.
In 10 years on season 26 of We Like to Work, we'll know this. But I definitely see myself in a relationship.
Mm.
It's not right now.
Question number 3.
Most surprising thing, that people are assholes. People pick at every single thing that
look at
you
the
do.
negative over the positives.
Yeah, it's freaking hard. Like, a lot of people think that they can do it. I was not one of those people. I always respected it so much and was like obsessed with being like, oh my god, that's so good, supportive. But as I've come to know, a lot of people can be very, very unsupportive of what you're doing. And it's also like learning. So like, I've been, since my first phase, it's been 1 year, and mine's obviously changed so much, thank God.
And that's all, but that's what I don't understand, because it's everyone. Like,
Yeah.
That's probably the same for me. Like, just, there are people who are, like, supportive and stuff, but there are some people who will fall and just be like, who's that? Why are they studying drag? I don't like them. Not even I don't like them, it's just negative.
And people compare them to, like, Rue girls and things like that, or, you know, people... And there's so many gorgeous queens in Melbourne, you know, and some people start off and they just have it and they just have that makeup thing.
I feel like if people ever compare only to Rue girls, they're not really drag fans.
Yeah, because
you gotta be supporting.
You're not a drag fan if you just
like you are a drag fan, but like
I don't think
you're not really supporting drag queens if you're just being well drag performers.
Yeah, I think
if you're just if you're just looking at a show and being like, oh, they've got this, and it's like, well. Have you been to the local shows?
Yeah, and seen all them. And there's so many gorgeous, gorgeous queens in Melbourne as well. And a lot of them have been doing it for a long time as well, so their faces are so good. Which is really good because we have such a high standard. But, yeah.
You see everyone, even the season ones that people are like, oh my god, I love you so much. Imagine when they started, they'll put up like a throwback photo and they're like, no one could tell me anything. Like I was that bitch that night, and it was just like, well.
I love when like
it's the same as anything though.
Missy always puts heads up of like Lexi and stuff, and it's just so crazy to think that like, you know, they were also it's weird because, you know, they're just being like they are like the queens of Melbourne, you know. It's like the size queens and stuff, and it's so crazy to see like them now in comparison to what they used to be. And you know, obviously you have to be able to like poke fun at it and see it. Like we always look back at my photo that I was so proud of, and I was like, this is it. And even the Nikki doll posted something. She was like, it was like 10 years ago or something, and she was like, you couldn't tell me anything. She was like, I was the queen. She was in like a fringed hard front wig, like the tiniest like little bit of makeup, and she was like, I was it.
So done.
And but yeah.
Yes.
That's
I think
my
that's probably
thing.
I agree with it. So yeah.
Uh,
Horror.
Oh, that's actually really hard. I think. Oh my god! I couldn't say. Oh.
If I was to say, like, first off, like, if I was going off Rue Girls, I'd probably say, like, a mix of, like, Miss Cracker and Trixie. With a sprinkle of Katya in there.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, here, there's so many. Because, like, I message a lot of, like, more seasoned queens and ask for advice. Like, I messaged Anaconda. I've asked Polly before. I've asked Jemima Handful.
Yeah.
Lexi, Esther. There's, like, so many.
Yeah.
I suppose being in Australia, because RuPaul Drag Race has just got here kind of thing, like, it has always been kind of a, like, more of a community, I suppose. I don't know. Not that anywhere else isn't, but, like,
we've never had
your stage, like, that you could strive for was the clubs kind of thing. Whereas, like, now there is more for people to strive for, if that makes sense.
There's something else. There's something else to shoot for. I think that I really like, I think because, like, she's a dancer and stuff, like Alyssa Edwards. I love like everything she's done, and she's also like she had a dance school and stuff. I think maybe when I'm older, I'd like to have a dance school. Not now. Could not think of anything worse. One of my best friends owns one, or two of them actually, and I couldn't think of anything worse. But she has combined her dancing and her drag, and that's obviously what I want to do. And she's made her mark in it as like the dancing queen, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, in Australia, I think I gravitate more towards, like, nicer queens. And don't get me wrong, like, a lot of people are nice, but like I was saying just before, like, someone like Luna, like, she's outrageously talented. And like, when, being, like, never met me before, like, the babyest,
And she
queen.
stood there for ages talking to you.
No,
I mean, but, like, she was, like, stood there because you approached her first, and she was, like...
She
literally, like, kind of was like, yeah, like, so, like, help me here when you're doing this, like, are you coming next week, blah, 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 like, it wasn't like, just thanks, babe.
Yeah, which, like, some of them, like, some people, when you do go out, they do that, which, each their own, if that's the kind of brand that you want to go with, or you think that you don't have time, but I just think that the nicer the people are, then, like, the better their talent is.
Oh, exactly. It's like gay people, like, there's so many that are just, like, was talking to Nathan about it the other day, like on Big Mouth, where there was like the older gay and the younger gay was just mean, and he was like, being mean and gay isn't a personality.
Yeah.
Because so many people are just like, they will purposely go out of their way to be like, I'm this and I'm that, and then like just look down on other people, and it's just like, no, you're not better than anyone.
Exactly, and I think that we need to remember that, like, we as a group are the minority, so like we can't turn on each other, because then it just like. Not like that there's an enemy. I mean, like, you don't want to say, like, we're against everyone else. But we just need to, like, try and be a bit more supportive of each other and a bit more nicer. Because there are, like, and I'm very grateful for all the friends that I do have that are supportive. But within that, there are lots of people that can be unsupportive and mean. That's all they're going to be.
True.
My dry pet peeve? I know what yours is.
What?
Heels.
Well, that's just for me. Like, I don't judge people if they don't, but like, I could just, even if I'm in like pain and I don't like dance or anything, but like, I just like to see myself in a heel. Like, if I didn't wear a heel out, I'd be like, oh, I just feel gross, but I don't judge other people for it.
Yeah, true. I don't know, I don't really get annoyed at anyone for really, I don't think I do.
Drag pet peeve.
Maybe
probably just being like arrogant for no reason.
Yeah.
That is my biggest thing.
I just want people to be nice.
I'm like, just like, you can feel confident, but there's such a difference between like some people. I don't know. It's a tricky one.
Maybe that's also showing us like a little bit of maturity as well. But actually, no, I feel like it's not even like some young, because like I've met some really new younger queens that are so nice and so gorgeous. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that maybe just like another thing. It's like just the negativity. Yeah. Even though I don't have an answer for it, I just remembered. Like, just your all-time favourite. I just think that's so hard.
I've just got a couple. Like, you can't. I don't know.
Alright, say your top 3.
Alaska, Katya, and Miss Cracker.
I'd say Alyssa. Roxy.
But see, then I'm like Monet. I like her too.
Yeah, yeah, I know. There's way too many. It's so hard. Every time I put like a question thing up just on my boy account, someone always asks, or multiple people, like top 3 queens in Melbourne, or like, and I'm just like, I think that's so hard. Like, it's so annoying, and because like I've had like working relationships with them as well. Like I'm like, oh, I liked working with this person. I didn't really like working with this person. Like, but this person does really good. I think it's so hard to pick. But I think I love Alyssa, Roxy, and who else do I love?
Derek.
I do love Derek Barry.
Hey,
Derek.
Well, I think that's.
Well,
We don't need to go into more detail about that.
we're gonna have a whole episode just about Derek Barry if we could. We're gonna debunk some truths and untruths. Is untruth a word?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Anyway, I think that brings us to the end of our episode.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Thought we'd try something different, so y'all have a good one, yeah? See you from Shazza and Barry. No, Brian.
I'm Brian,
Which one
but
I don't remember.
if you guys want to follow us, you can follow me at Eliza Lot or Sean Spinks if you want to see the boy.
Dixie Biggs, that's all.
And follow We Like to Work Pot on Instagram and Wham Productions. We're on Wham Productions. And the gorgeous boy behind the camera that we get to look at all the time at That's So Nathan. Or That's So Nathan Drawing because he draws as well.
Yeah.
I think I remember my username, but forget both of yours have like an underscore as well.
Yeah, we have an underscore, but like if you write Eliza a lot, like, you can get it. I don't know why.
Bye.
See you later. We're out. We want $4
I'm
tacos.
just going to pick my nose and I want everybody to watch.
Oh.
Wait a second.
There we go. What?
Okay.
You're gonna cut that.
Why?
You feel such a fashion icon. Stand up.